Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday to you. I am Carolina Weather Authority meteorologist Joshua Nagelberg. Hope you had a great start to the week. And it is muggy as all get out there. I'm seeing a dew point of 73 here in Garner, North Carolina, and I'm sure it's not any better if you're farther south of me. But let's go ahead and cut to the chase. And I do want to remind you, here, let's take a look here. I do want to remind you real quick to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Carolina Weather Authority on YouTube, and hit subscribe. That'll give you the latest on our videos, which we're going to do on a daily basis. And if you saw our article on our Facebook page or on our CarolinaWeatherAuthority.com page, you notice that we are unfortunately forecasting another return to wet weather, and it's heading into the end of the week and maybe even into the weekend. So we're going to keep you posted on that here. The satellite right now shows a lot of cloud cover in the Carolinas. There's kind of a front that's starting to wash out, but the moisture is in place coming out of the Gulf. Here's the remains of Cristobal with a lot of hard rain in Mississippi. I'd say the best spot to be right now is, other than California, is across Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Our radar shows that circulation of Cristobal, steady rain in Missouri, but some harder storms over northern Mississippi. System from the Rockies to the Great Plains, that's what we're keeping an eye on for Wednesday and Thursday here. And fairly quiet right now in the Carolinas. Let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is for today, and notice we don't expect any organized severe weather, just a threat of showers and maybe a little bit of thunder. Tomorrow, the next front heads our way, and it will be active in the Great Lakes and into the northeast. We may see a little bit of harder storms in the afternoon and evening hours in the west, but it takes its time heading our way. Thursday, though, is the day I'm more concerned with heavy rainfall and maybe some locally strong winds, and we could see a few watches and warnings at that point. Right now, just a marginal 1 out of 5 on the scale here. Rainfall in the last 24 hours, we did have a few heavier cells in southern South Carolina, as well as maybe around the south of the border area near Dillon, and to the southwest over in Brunswick County, North Carolina. Dew point forecast today is definitely more humid in the northeast here, and 70-degree dew points are creeping up to near Richmond, Virginia. And unfortunately, some mid-70s here will have you cranking the air this afternoon over the coastal low country. As we take a look at our next storm here, and let me rewind this just a little bit for you. You can see that rain will become possible with our front on the GFS here. This is early Thursday morning, so late Wednesday night. Charlotte, probably going to see our heaviest rain late Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And then, unfortunately, this front starts to slow down, just like I am, and it starts to rain quite a bit. This is Thursday afternoon and evening, east of Charlotte mostly. Along and east to 85, we start to get into some heavier rain if this GFS model run is correct. I'll show you the Euro in a bit, which isn't quite as ominous. But here we go for Thursday night, and again, showers and maybe some storms. This is Friday morning. And the graphic I showed you before includes the beaches. If you believe this model, the GFS, it's so slow that the beaches maybe aren't terribly bad to get to on Friday, and maybe it's Saturday and Sunday. But if you're in Raleigh or Rocky Mount or Wilson or Fayetteville or even Columbia, South Carolina, do be prepared for potentially some localized flash flooding if these storms continue to track up and over the same spots, which the GFS model hints they do for Friday and Saturday. So we're going to keep you posted on that, of course. The shorter range doesn't show a whole lot for today, but maybe some isolated cells near the coast and then South Carolina and western North Carolina. Tomorrow, a little busier in the west. This is tomorrow evening. And you can notice more cells popping up. This is our cold front, by the way. And this is Thursday, early Thursday morning at 5 a.m. And Charlotte, going to be a close call, but I think we're starting to improve Thursday. Farther east, though, this model run stops at 2 p.m., but I think later in the day it gets really busy in here. Here's the latest GFS run. It looks super wet, anywhere from Columbia up to Norfolk, Virginia. I don't know if we're going to see 5-6 inches. I do think someone's going to end up getting that, but this is hinting at just some big time slowdown and a big time amount of rain here for Thursday night, Friday, and even Saturday. Not as bad at the beaches, but the European model disagrees. and drenches the beaches. And this is the run that's been more consistent. So our story just paints the entire eastern half of the Carolinas soaking wet. But the big question mark is it Raleigh, Fayetteville, Columbia, or is it Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, even maybe Elizabeth City? So I'll keep you posted on that. Our temperature forecast, heading through this week, it warms up, as you've noticed. Starting to see some oranges and reds. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe Thursday will stay above average. And then cooler weather starts to work in on Friday. And we may not get out of the 70s if it's raining all day. Western Carolinas will cool off at night over the weekend. And definitely Sunday and Monday, I think, will be below average. And you may even get a break in your air conditioning at that point. It may still be raining at the coast. We'll have to take a look at that. But certainly it's cooling off. It's feeling more like May than June, which I'm great with. And then that cool trend continues until later next week. So we've been talking about this, by the way. It's no surprise to anybody. And a quick look at the tropics quieting down. We'll keep an eye on this disturbance east of Bermuda, not looking as likely to develop. As we head into next week, the longer range continues to keep things wet on the GFS. This is our stalled boundary. I hope it washes out, but we'll see. We'll watch the Western Caribbean, though, the middle of next week, and then maybe the Gulf of Mexico for Father's Day weekend. By the way, this run tries to develop something. Could be our D storm, but we'll see. And the other thing I want to turn your attention to is the wave train coming off of Africa. Nothing organized, but look how wet it looks. And this kind of goes with our seasonal outlook for a busy tropical season. If we get a D storm out of this, by the way, we're still on record pace. Last year, Dorian was a massive storm down in here, and that didn't form till the end of August, and this is the middle of June. I'm hoping that's not the case, but I like our 15 to 20 storms right now. Could see how we end up going on a faster pace, and maybe we're too conservative. But, the trend is definitely active. We've got all the signals in place for that. And June is not the busiest of months, so we may be okay for a while, but we'll keep you posted, of course. Don't forget to CYA with CWA. I get a chuckle out of this every time. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. All right, everyone. It's been great chatting with you. And go ahead and say goodbye to you. Bye-bye. Next video coming tomorrow. Have a great day.